So a thought came to my mind today, and the thought is this, and it was a question, in form of a question. Is God holy, or is he a hobby? Is God holy, or is he a hobby? Think about it. So I was analyzing my own life and how often I come to God. Sometimes I come to him complaining, and sometimes I come to him with burdens of some sort. And I realized that there's a protocol for coming to God. We enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and we enter into his courts with praise. How often do I come to God with thanksgiving? And how often do I come to God with praise? Just thanking him for who he is, thanking him for what he's done, thanking him for what he's brought me through, and thanking him for where I'm at today. If you're joining me for the first time, this is Emma Briscoe, and on this channel we discuss life and godliness. So let's discuss this further. How do you treat God? How do you relate to God? Do you come to God only when you need something from him? Or do you come to God because you love him? Is God holy, or is he a hobby? I was thinking about one of the questions that... So Joshua asks the children of Israel this question, and I'll read it to you. This is from 1 Kings 18:21. And it says, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal or Baal, then follow him. If the Lord is God, then follow him. If Baal, then follow him." So Joshua is saying, don't waver. Don't be of two opinions. Today you love God. Tomorrow you don't love God. Treat him like a hobby today. Treat him like a friend today. Treat him like a God the next day. How long are you going to waver between two opinions? If God is God, follow him. And if Baal, then follow him. We all have a choice in how we relate to God. We all have a choice whether we want to serve God or not. No one forces anyone to serve God. If God is holy in your life, do not treat him like a hobby. You know how we treat a hobby? Usually when we have a hobby, it's something that we love and we do in our spare time. Note that. You do it in your spare time. God is not to be accommodated in your spare time. God is meant to be a priority. So God goes on your priority list. Yes. So when you treat God like a hobby, your relationship becomes one that is narcissistic in nature, because you only come to him when you need something. And when you don't need anything, you don't go to him. So sometimes I find that with our Christian culture today, it's another thing I was thinking about this morning, our Christian culture. How often do we still crave for the things of the world? How often are we holding on to idols that we know we should have let go of a long time ago? How often do we have cravings for things of the world that we know we shouldn't crave for? So sin, as much as I know sin is sin and it is evil, we know that sometimes sin can be pleasurable. Yes, it can. And that's the reason why most people waver between two opinions. They want God, but they don't want him. They want him on their own terms because they still want to hold on to the things that Satan offers. And so you can't have God and you can't have Satan at the same time. There is no gray area with God. You either are for God or not for God. And so I want to leave you with this thought today. And this is just to say, do not treat God like a hobby. God is holy. He is not a hobby. As we tend to see today, we are treating God like a hobby. We treat God like a buddy, like one of our mates. God is a friend. Yes, I agree with that. But God is not a hobby. And God is not one of your lads or one of your mates or one of your buddies. God is a holy God. And when we remember that God is a holy God, then we know that when we approach Him, as much as we can come to Him boldly, we understand the person that we're coming to meet. When we come to God boldly, it's because we know that He's loving and He's kind and He is holy. God is not a hobby. I leave you with this today. And this is a thought. Are you treating God like a hobby? Or do you remember every time you come to Him, do you remember that He is a holy God? Don't treat God like a hobby. Remember that He is holy. God's not a hobby. He is holy. God bless you and shalom.